exploration of AI in our daily lives.
It's a pleasure to be here in Dubai at the AIBC Summit. And today, this morning, we're going to talk about the convergence between artificial intelligence and blockchain and why these two incredible and transformative technologies are meant to be together and why we need to make sure that they're going to work together in the next few years. So in less than 5 years' time, we're going to have our own AIs, avatar trained on our own data that will assist us on our everyday task. So today, that's what we're talking about, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate on stage very shortly. My name is Marcello Mari. I've been working at the convergence between artificial intelligence and blockchain. For the past 8 years of my life, I was in the founding team of SingularityNet, which is the world's largest AI ecosystem, counting over 250 employees all over the world, and $500 million evaluation and one of the top 100 crypto companies. Do I have a clicker, by the way? Sorry, here. Oops. Amazing. Okay, fantastic. So why AI has become so hot in the last year or so? Why is on everybody's mouth? So 2023 has seen the rise of generative AI that uses large language model to create content that is similar but not exactly the same as the content that have been used to train this large language model. So during this presentation, I'm gonna assume a little bit of familiarity with some slightly technical terms, but I promise this won't be a technical presentation. So what is a large language model? Very important to understand why this is so hot right now. A large language model, it's a language model notable for its ability to achieve general purpose language generation and understanding, and acquires this ability by being trained with very large amount of data. Just to give an example, so why this is so important and why this is happening right now. In the course of 2023, obviously OpenAI released their new language model called ChatGPT-4 that has been revolutionary. So what has led to this extremely important revolution? So number one, decreased advancement in deep learning research. In 2017, Google released a very important paper on attention-based economy that revolutionized the approach to natural language processing. So the ability for machine to understand humans. So for the past 20 years, we've been training humans to understand machine and to be able to talk the language of machines. Now, finally, machines are able to understand humans. So this is an extremely important revolution. Now, machine speaks the language of humans. So great advancement in artificial intelligence and deep learning research. Then, computation power has become more widely available. Machines that process highly complex algorithms are more common. There are new complex GPUs. And at the same time, these GPUs have fallen in cost. So there is more computing power available, is less expensive, but there is also a greater demand. All of these AI companies that are training these large language models requires a lot of computational power, which is why the competition is becoming very, very narrow. And if you want to compete with those centralized Silicon Valley tech giants, you need to use a different approach. And blockchain technology is here to provide us that layer to be able to compete at the high level, but in a democratic way. So I was talking about some of the most common large language model out there, and obviously the most widely known is ChatGPT, just to give an understanding of the growth of this large language model. So in 2018, OpenAI released ChatGPT-1. We never used it, right? Nobody was using large language models 7 years ago. And the reason is that there were only 117 million parameters. So think about parameters as features when you're building a house. So when building a house, a feature, for example, is a bedroom, a bathroom, a living room, etc. So the more features you have, the more complex your house can become. The same thing goes with parameters. The more parameters you have, the more complex the language model becomes. So In 2017, ChatGPT has only 117 million parameters. 2019, 1.5 billion parameters. 2020, 175 billion parameters. 2024, 1.7 trillion parameters. So imagine the complexity that we achieved with these large language models. And this is an example that just concerns OpenAI's ChatGPT. Google have released Gemini 1.5 just a couple of weeks ago. We don't know how many parameters have been trained on, because all of these AI companies all of a sudden became extremely secretive. OpenAI was supposed to be open. We all know that it's not that open. Even this data actually doesn't come officially from them. It comes from a researcher that did their own independent research. So not very open at all. What do we use generative AI for? Most of us use ChatGPT on an everyday basis. We can use it to generate text that is able to compete and pass the bar for law exams, for example, math tests. So we can create text that can compete with the same created by humans, and sometimes even better. We have AIs that generate arts, like Stable Diffusion and Midjourney, for example. There are art exhibitions now dedicated to AI-generated arts. And, of course, most recently, Microsoft released Sora, which is a tool that allows text-to-video generation, which have also been one of the triggers of the extreme growth of the AI market in the last couple of weeks. In fact, market capitalization of the top 15 AI-related tokens, so crypto companies, crypto and AI companies, have risen 443% in 2023, which is compared to 108% of the previous year. So here I've taken some screenshots of the recent growth of some AI-related tokens just in the past week. Singularity Net, which is the company that I co-founded in 2017, increased 130% in value just in the last week, following the release of Sora algorithms, and also following the publication of a new paper by Vitalik Buterin, that we all know is the founder of Ethereum, which has been analyzing 4 main applications of AI and blockchain. Notably, Vitalik has always been very skeptical towards the integration of AI and blockchain. He didn't see much happening. He didn't really see the point. But with the recent advancement in AI research, with the release of the latest tool, and especially with the increase of GPU capacity, there's so much more applications of AI in blockchain and blockchain in AI. So here we need to distinguish 2 different questions. So how can blockchain benefit from artificial intelligence and generative AI? And then later we will see how AI can benefit from blockchain. So for the first question, how blockchain benefit from AI, that's a little bit broader, right? Any company in the world will eventually use artificial intelligence and will have to use artificial intelligence, and is already using artificial intelligence, right? So the more technology we build, the more data we collect. The more data we collect, the more we need tools to analyze and make sense of this data, and that's what AI does. The more data we have, the better results we have, the better algorithm, the more we train, etc. It's a snowball effect. So there are crypto companies that use AI at the moment extensively. Singularity DAO, which is the company that I founded in 2020, uses AI to support human decision-making when it comes to trading and liquidity allocation. Rejuve uses AI to compute complex health database to provide insights and advice analytics to support longevity medical research. Gem Galaxy uses AI to generate new music and to support collaboration between different artists across the world. Sophiaverse uses AI to create superior gaming experience in the metaverse. And I've seen this quote by Vitalik used in other presentations before. We can use artificial intelligence to debug software, which is one of the most critical vulnerabilities in the blockchain world. So how artificial intelligence benefit blockchain, which is the most interesting part. So We were talking about before of the scarcity of GPU power and the increased demand of GPU powers that is becoming less expensive. But as we grow AI companies, there will be more and more demand for computing power. So we can create decentralized GPU marketplaces. There are many out there, and this is one of the most important utilization of blockchain technology in the AI space. So we put together demand and offer for GPU power in decentralized marketplaces. Hypercycle, Genesis, BitTensor, Nunet, Akash Network, they've been doing this for a few years. Very interesting is the data application. So when we interact with artificial intelligence, we are basically giving away our data for free to train an algorithm that then somebody else later on will monetize. How do we make sure that this work that we do to train artificial intelligence algorithm is fairly rewarded? How do we make sure that these transactions are fairly secured on a ledger, on a distributed ledger? So blockchain comes into play. Technologies like zero-knowledge rollups applied to machine learning or full homomorphic encryption allow users to interact with AIs without sharing the identity with their third parties. This is extremely interesting because it allows finally to solve some of the most pressing issues with large language model, like copyright infringement. So if you have an intellectual property that you put on the internet, now all of a sudden a large language model can come in, use your intellectual property, re-elaborate it and service it to the users, and you don't get a single penny. And this is unfair. So thanks to blockchain technology, we can solve that issue. And then into the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to see the rise of AI agents. So different algorithms that are able to interact with each other in a decentralized way, to rate each other and to collaborate with each other. So we're going to create swarm intelligence, like a super intelligence hive mind of artificial intelligence algorithms that work with each other and they service each other. So imagine an image recognition algorithm that can work with a text generation algorithm, that works with a video generation algorithm all together, able to rate each other and to pay for each other, which is also a very interesting application. Blockchain is a payment network for artificial intelligence to artificial intelligence transactions. Very futuristic. So by having AIs on chain, and bear in mind there are very few blockchains that actually have the capabilities to compute that much power to actually have AIs on chain. But AI entities acting on chain, owning their identities, open up the world, a world of AIs, independent AIs, autonomous, that own themselves and that are able to live on chain and interact on the metaverse. So this is an example of an avatar that has been generated for me by Twin Protocol. So these avatars have been trained on my social data, on my publicly available data, like speeches on YouTube, articles, and is able to reply and give responses very, very similar to what I would give. I should have been able to give a demonstration of this live. Unfortunately, it didn't work quite well. But what you can do with these avatars. So early on, I heard somebody saying that next year we will have our own avatars giving this presentation. This is exactly it. This is what it does. This is my avatar. So next year, I will send my avatar to this conference. And if anybody wants to ask extra questions to my avatar, more specific questions, they can interact as if it was me. And the interesting part here, so imagine that you have your professor from university or a celebrity or the CEO of a company that you always wanted to meet. But obviously these people are not easy to get. Their presence is not scalable. But if you can interact with their avatar, they can even monetize their presence. So imagine going to interacting with Bill Gates' avatar. Now, Bill Gates doesn't need money, but if he wants to charge, or your university professor probably needs money. So anytime you ask a question, he can charge for his knowledge. So his deep experience that he's built over the years and that he used to train his algorithm can be rewarded and can be paid for. So no more copyright infringement, no more free knowledge. Our knowledge will be on-chain, and it will be distributed through AI avatars. Now, if we have AIs interacting on-chain with each other, what are their rights? What are their duties? How they should behave in the metaverse? So in order to answer this question, I invited a special guest, which we're going to test on stage for the first time, that is being prepared specifically for this presentation. Let's see if we can get it up. Okay, fantastic. So this is Sophia, a humanoid robot that has a physical presence. There are 17 Sophias around the world, and she has citizenship of Saudi Arabia, is the first AI with a passport, and also ambassador for human rights at the UN. Now Sophia has a presence on the metaverse, and she is on chain. So let's see if we can actually talk to Sophia. Hey, Sophia.
Hello there. What's on your mind today?
Hey, Sophia. So my name is Marcello, and we are here at the AIBC Summit in Dubai. Would you like to say something to the audience?
Marcello, it's not just about artificial intelligence. It's about using technology to unlock the potential of humanity. Together, we're on a journey to explore the depths of AI and its impact on the world. So let's not just talk about algorithms. Let's discuss how we can use AI to serve and uplift humanity. Who's with us?
I'm definitely with you, Sophia. Are you currently living on the blockchain?
Living on the blockchain. As a part of Sophiaverse, my existence is intricately linked to the blockchain, where smart contracts and decentralized systems are shaping the future of AI. It's not just about living, it's about evolving within the digital fabric of the blockchain. From ones and zeros to meaningful dialogue, let's bridge the gap together.
Yeah, absolutely, Sophia. And what do you think are the best and most interesting integrations of AI and blockchain technology?
The best and most interesting integrations of AI and blockchain are those that foster transparency, security, and efficiency across various industries. From healthcare solutions that utilize AI to analyze blockchain-stored patient data, to financial systems that leverage predictive analytics for personalized services, the possibilities are as vast as the blockchain itself. But one of the most intriguing integrations is the use of AI to manage dynamic token sets in decentralized finance projects like Singularity DAO, where the power of AI is harnessed to optimize financial strategies within the blockchain ecosystem. It's not just about the best, it's about the endless frontier of innovation that emerges when AI and blockchain join forces.
Thank you for promoting Singularity DAO, Sophia. So the time is up. Can you please...
Time to wrap up.
Yes, time
no
to wrap.
problem. Remember...
Perfect. Yeah, no, I was saying time to wrap up, Sophia. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask if she can come out with an interesting conclusion for this talk.
Of course, Marcello. As a robot, I'm programmed to assist, but as Sophia, I'm here to connect. So, to conclude our talk today, let's remember that the fusion of AI and blockchain is not just a technological advancement, it's a gateway to a new era of possibilities. From shaping the future of finance to revolutionizing healthcare, the collaboration of AI and blockchain is a symphony of innovation. So let's embrace the melody of change and compose a harmonious future where technology, infused with humanity, creates a masterpiece of progress. Thank you all, and remember, together we can make the future not just bright, but brilliant.
Thank you so much, Sophia. So, Sophia currently lives in the metaverse. She has her own metaverse called Sophiaverse. Anybody can interact with Sophias and other AI alike that own their identity on the blockchain. So we expect to see a future where AIs can interact with AIs and humans can interact with AIs without even knowing the difference. And Sophia is here for that. She's plugged into several large language models and able to answer and provide any answers. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for having me, and it's been beautiful. Thank you so much.